This is Win News.
Tonight, a desperate plea from a bowls club targeted by criminals. A push for stricter nightclub regulations. And a fire sparks a timely reminder for residents. Good evening, I'm Samantha Heathwood. Mackay police are searching for thieves who stole the automatic teller machine from Slade Point Bowls Club. The club is pleading for information to locate those responsible for the theft. A $200,000 reward is being offered for anyone with information leading to the capture of a Bowen crop saboteur. Super seedling farmers came to the gloomy realisation in late June that over $40 million worth of tomatoes, melons, eggplants, zucchinis and pumpkin seedlings had been destroyed. The need for earlier nightclub curfews is in the spotlight again after recent figures show a rise in alcohol-fuelled violence. Club managers say it's just another knee-jerk reaction from out-of-touch Queensland lawmakers. A blaze near the airport has ignited warnings for locals to be prepared for the upcoming fire season. The Rural Fire Service is reminding people to obtain permits before burning off any land.
The old dump site at Illawong quickly went up in flames. The billowing smoke was seen by nearby airport staff. Fire crews responded quickly and backburnt the area to make it safe.
It wasn't large, it was approximately 500 metres square, so the guys were able to get around the road network there. There were some brakes that was quite safe to burn off and they were able to go around using those brakes to backburn and burn it out.
It's not yet known how the fire started, but it's a timely reminder for people to be cautious with the fire season quickly approaching.
We've had 3 very large wet seasons and there is so much undergrowth there that certainly everyone needs to be aware of. Be very conscious because those small minor fires end up big fires.
With so much grass around the region to fuel a blaze, the fire service is urging residents to clear overgrown lots.
Make sure they've got brakes in place and so forth, that they're doing their hazard reduction burns. Make sure they get a permit and above all, make sure they abide by the conditions on the permit by the fire warden.
More information about permits can be obtained from the Rural Fire Service or any local fire warden.
The 2 by 2 by 2 metre square, if it's bigger than that, they need a permit.
Isabella Robinson, Win News.
After the break, hopes for new technology to cure cerebral palsy and the origin of seafood to be displayed by restaurants. Sports up next, and Dan, a big round for our basketballers.
Yes, Sam, their road trip could determine their seasons. That's next. And Norths fight back against a Mackay Rugby League ruling.
Hazel, Win News.
Sam, it really has been an amazing turnaround for the Meteorites. They're playing some great basketball.
Yeah, and the Meteor is fantastic. Thanks,
Yes.
Dan. Stay with us. We've got the weather up next with Peter Byrne.
This weather report brought to you by Eastman and Richards Real Estate. Big enough to get results, small enough to care.
Good evening, weather watchers, once again, and thanks for sharing this Thursday evening with the Win News team. No rain to report till 9 this morning. There may have been a few spots falling during the day, but no registration. So next segment, our first segment, temperatures right throughout the region. As expected, a milder, i.e. warmer night overnight right throughout the region, and that trend will continue for the next 24 hours. Eton today 9 to 25, Mackay 10 to 23, Hamilton Island 18 to 22. With a good maritime climate over there on the Whitsundays. Collinsville 10, no maximum, and Bowen today 12 to 25. Now moving on to current details for Mackay, the temperature 19, fairly mild again, isn't it? The 80% humidity, so there may be some shallow fog through parts of the district tomorrow, Friday morning. The first national satellite picture, would you believe we got yet another upper level trough? Remember all the cloud over the northwest Coral Sea yesterday afternoon? Well, that's now advected over most of Queensland. It was raining from that cloud, it's virga, but most of it evaporating before it reached the deck. Up here in New Britain, just south of New Britain at 8 this morning, a big earthquake, 7.1. on the Richter scale. Thankfully, it didn't trigger a tsunami, but the island of New Britain, you got the 2 active volcanoes of Toowoomba and also Uluwatu that's starting blowing its top over the last couple of months. Queensland, 3 o'clock this afternoon, extensive cloud. As I say, it was dropping a little bit of light rain. I think Hervey Bay recorded 2 millimetres, and that was the best in the state. But all that cloud should advect east of the local area during tomorrow, Friday. Onto the chart. Basically, here comes the surface trough. That will move through the local area probably about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, clearing all the weather out to sea, followed by cooler, freshening southwesterly winds. It'll be fine right through the weekend until 1 or 2 showers develop on the coast for Sunday, but nothing of significance. Consequently, the local forecast, cloud clearing early to a fine day tomorrow, light variable winds at first, ahead of that drier change, that southwest to southerly change, freshening. And for Saturday, fine conditions. Central Highlands, fine, that cloud clearing to a fine day tomorrow, mostly southwest to southeast winds. Clermont tomorrow, 7 to 23, fine for Saturday. Maritime observations at 3 o'clock, Hardy Reef south at 16, and Mackay, that's at Mount Bassett, east-southeast at 6 knots. Now, coastal waters tomorrow, south to southwest 10 to 15 knots, increasing during the morning to 15 to 20. For Saturday, south to southeast 15 to 20, 20 to 25 knots at times, anywhere north of about, say, Seaforth during the morning. Top of the tide for the Mackay region tomorrow, 7:35 at the harbour. Sun up for the city, 6:32. And finally the summary, cloud clearing, fine, cool and sunny for Friday, freshening southerly winds and a fine weekend. That's it for the weather. Now it's back to Sam.
Thanks, Pete. A bit cooler this weekend, but hopefully it'll be fine.
Yeah, a bit of rain overnight wouldn't be so bad either.
Yeah, no. Now that's the local news for now. We'll be back with updates across the evening. Join us tomorrow night for the best hour of news from 6. Good night.
Good night.
This has been a Win News presentation from Win Television, Australia's largest commercial television network.